दीनता पिता जाना रे, दीनता पिता जाना रे, करुणा कर मणिमा, दीनता पिता जाना रे, करुणा कर मणिमा, सोणीमा हेओ अलिमनर मणिमा, हृदय आसक्त पारी बसेछि अनुसारी, हृदय आसक्त पारी बसेछि अनुसारी, आसिबि जयकार सकल तापहर, आसिबि जयकार सकल तापहर, तुम बिनु के सहा नहीं मोहर मणिमा, तुम बिनु के सहा नहीं मोहर मणिमा, सोणीमा हेओ अलिमनर मणिमा, हुआ है परसन देशो भरसन, हुआ परसन देशो भरसन, सहीन पारी सडारी पूरा जाऊ, सहीन पारी सडारी पूरा जाऊ, चिर चंचल मती, चिर चंचल मती, कर हे पीरा मणिमा, चिर चंचल मती, कर हे पीरा मणिमा, सोणीमा हेओ अलिमनर मणिमा, डाकी तो जाने नाही दिया बाती बताई, डाकी तो जाने नाही दिया बाती बताई, गाई तुम्हारी नामा घेनी तू शरण, गाई तुम्हारी नामा घेनी तू शरण, अंत हे नाथ जीवन मोरा मणिमा, अंत हे नाथ जीवन मोरा ମଣିମା ଶୁଣିମା ହେଉ ଅଳିମନର ମଣିମା ଦିନତା ପିତା ଜାନରେ ଦିନତା ପିତା ଜାନରେ କରୁଣା କର ମଣିମା ଶୁଣିମା ହେଉ ଅଳିମନର ମଣିମା ଶୁଣିମା ହେଉ ଅଳିମନର ମଣିମା।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ପ୍ରାଣର ମଣି ନ ଯାଏ ହଜି ବନ୍ଧୁରେ ସର୍ବଗ୍ରାସୀ କାଳ ଜୁଆରେ ସର୍ବଗ୍ରାସୀ କାଳ ଜୁଆରେ ପ୍ରାଣର ମଣି ନ ଯାଏ ହଜି ବନ୍ଧୁରେ ସର୍ବଗ୍ରାସୀ କାଳ ଜୁଆରେ ସର୍ବଗ୍ରାସୀ କାଳ ଜୁଆରେ ଦିନର ମଣି ନ ଯାଏ ଲୁଚି ବନ୍ଧୁରେ ସତ ଘନ ଘୋର ଅନ୍ଧାରେ ସତ ଘନ ଘୋର ଅନ୍ଧାରେ ପ୍ରାଣର ମଣି ନ ଯାଏ ହଜି ବନ୍ଧୁରେ ସର୍ବଗ୍ରାସୀ କାଳ ଜୁଆରେ ସର୍ବଗ୍ରାସୀ କାଳ ଜୁଆରେ ପରଶମଣିଟି ଅଛି ତୋହରି ପାଶେ ପରଶ ଆସେ ପରଶମଣିଟି ଅଛି ତୋହରି ପାଶେ ପରଶ ଆସେ ଦିନମଣି କାଳ ଜାଣି ଉଇ ଯେ ଆସେ ଦିନମଣି କାଳ ଜାଣି ଉଇ ଯେ ଆସେ ଅନ୍ଧାର ନାସେ ଅନ୍ଧାର ନାସେ ଫୁଟନ୍ତା ଫୁଲରେ ଉଷା ସାଜେ ତା କନକ ଭୂଷା ଫୁଟନ୍ତା ଫୁଲରେ ଉଷା ସାଜେ ତା କନକ ଭୂଷା କଞ୍ଜ ହାସେ ବିରହର ରଜନୀ ପାରେ କଞ୍ଜ ହାସେ ବିରହର ରଜନୀ ପାରେ ମିଳନର ନୂଆ ଆଶାରେ ମିଳନର ନୂଆ ଆଶାରେ ମିଳନର ନୂଆ ଆଶାରେ ପ୍ରାଣର ମଣି ନ ଯାଏ ହଜି ବନ୍ଧୁରେ ସର୍ବଗ୍ରାସୀ କାଳ ଜୁଆରେ ସର୍ବଗ୍ରାସୀ କାଳ ଜୁଆରେ ପ୍ରାଣ ସଖା ରହିବେ ନା ପ୍ରାଣର ଡାକେ କେଉଁ ମୂଲକେ ପ୍ରାଣ ସଖା ରହିବେ ନା ପ୍ରାଣର ଡାକେ କେଉଁ ମୂଲକେ ବନ୍ଦାଇବା ଅଶ୍ରୁ ଅଘେ ଆସିବେ ପାଖେ ବନ୍ଦାଇବା ଅଶ୍ରୁ ଅଘେ ଆସିବେ ପାଖେ ପ୍ରେମ ପୁଲକେ ପ୍ରେମ ପୁଲକେ ପ୍ରେମ ତରଙ୍ଗିଣୀ ସୁମୁଖେ ସିନ୍ଧୁଠି ଚୁମ୍ବେ ସୁଖେ ପ୍ରେମ ତରଙ୍ଗିଣୀ ମୁଖେ ସିନ୍ଧୁଠି ଚୁମ୍ବେ ସୁଖେ ପାଛୋଟି ନେବାକୁ ଆସେ ଉଛୁଳି ଜୁଆରେ ପାଛୋଟି ନେବାକୁ ଆସେ ଉଛୁଳି ଜୁଆରେ କୋଳ କରି ବାନ୍ଧେ ବାହାରେ କୋଳ କରି ବାନ୍ଧେ ବାହାରେ ପ୍ରାଣର ମଣି ନ ଯାଏ ହଜି ବନ୍ଧୁରେ ସର୍ବଗ୍ରାସୀ କାଳ ଜୁଆରେ ସର୍ବଗ୍ରାସୀ କାଳ ଜୁଆରେ विराट प्राण रे मिलन लगी हुअति आगी विराट प्राण रे प्राण मिलन लगी हुअति आगी आम विसर्जन कर अंतरे जागी आत्म विसर्जन कर अंतरे जागी सुखती आगी तिले तिले दान जार सार्थक जन्म तार तिले तिले दान जार सार्थक जन्म तार झराई निगाड़े प्राण महापरबारे झराई निगाड़े प्राण महापरबारे रूपांतर परिपूर्ण डारे रूपांतर परिपूर्ण डारे प्राणर मणि न जाए हजी बंधुरे सर्वग्रासी काल जुआरे सर्वग्रासी काल जुआरे दिनर मणि न जाए लुचि बंधुरे शत घन घोर अंधारे शत घन घोर अंधारे प्राणर मणि न जाए हजी बंधुरे सर्वग्रासी काल जुआरे सर्वग्रासी काल जुआरे
माइक 3 मिनट अच्छी
केते गोपन आशा केते गोपन भाषा निरोलाय मन कोणे बांधिछि बसा केते गोपन आशा केते गोपन भाषा निरोलाय मन कोणे बांधिछि बसा प्रियतम हे मोर मोर प्राण ठाकुर तुम लगी घारी छिए मोर में निशा तुम लगी घारी छिए मोर में निशा केते गोपन आशा केते गोपन भाषा निरोलाय मन कोणे बांधिछि बसा एया तुच्छ बोली मोर नयन मेली तुम आसिबा बाटकु चाहि रहिली एया तुच्छ बोली मोर नयन मेली तुम आसिबा बाटकु चाहि रहिली तते शुभी गला कि तुम नुपुर ध्वनि एई दिशि गला तुम चरण बेनी आस पराण धन मोर रंकर सन अनकर उड़ी दूर दिन भरसा आसर पराण धन मोर रंकर सन अंधार लौड़ी दूर दिन भरसा केते गोपन आशा केते गोपन भाषा निरोलाय मन कोणे बांधिछि बसा केते गोपन आशा केते गोपन भाषा
भव बंधन मोचन पूज्य वर गुणहीन शेष गुणाधिपति भवभीरुजने सत তম্বরদাম প্রণমামি গুরু শিব কল্পতরু। জয় গুরু। জয় গুরু। বন্দনা হে বন্দনা, বন্দনা হে বন্দনা, বন্দনা হে বন্দনা। ঘেন বারে আম অভিনন্দন, ঘেন বারে আম অভিনন্দন। বন্দনা হে বন্দনা, বন্দনা হে বন্দনা। নব বরষর অতি শুভ লগনে, নব নব ভাব খেলে তিনি ভুবনে। নব বরষর আজি শুভ লগনে, তব নব ভাব খেলে তিনি ভুবনে। তুমে জনমন চিত্তরঞ্জন, তুমে জনমন চিত্তরঞ্জন। বন্দনা হে বন্দনা, বন্দনা হে বন্দনা। ঘেন বারে আম অভিনন্দন, ঘেন বারে আম অভিনন্দন। বন্দনা হে বন্দনা, বন্দনা হে বন্দনা। কোটি কণ্ঠে তুম সুর উছুলি উঠে, আখিরে আখিরে তুম মূরতি ফুটে। কোটি কণ্ঠে তুম সুর উছুলি উঠে, আখিরে আখিরে তুম মূরতি ফুটে। টুটি যায় সব ভব বন্ধন, টুটি যায় সব ভব বন্ধন। বন্দনা হে বন্দনা, বন্দনা হে বন্দনা। तुमरी आशीष लभी जगत हसे, तुम प्रेम पाराबारे पराण भासे। तुमरी आशीष लभी जगत हसे, तुम प्रेम पाराबारे पराण भासे। पतित तापित हृद चंदन, पतित तापित हृद चंदन। वंदना हे वंदना, वंदना हे वंदना। घेन बारे आम अभिनंदन, घेन बारे आम अभिनंदन। वंदना हे वंदना, वंदना हे वंदना। ତୁମରି କିରଣେ ତାରା ତପନ ଶଶୀ ବରସନ୍ତି ଧରା ତଳେ ଆଲୋକ ରାଶି ତୁମରି କିରଣେ ତାରା ତପନ ଶଶୀ ବରସନ୍ତି ଧରା ତଳେ ଆଲୋକ ରାଶି ତୁମେ ଭବନ୍ଦର ତୁମେ ଭବ ଅନ୍ଧକାର ଭଞ୍ଜନ ତୁମେ ଭବ ଅନ୍ଧକାର ଭଞ୍ଜନ ବନ୍ଦନ ହେ ବନ୍ଦନ ବନ୍ଦନ ହେ ବନ୍ଦନ ঘেন বারে আম অভিনন্দন ঘেন বারে আম অভিনন্দন বন্দন হে বন্দন বন্দন হে অরূপরু আসিয়াছ স্বরূপ হই নিখিল ভুবন তুমার উপর ছাই অরূপরু আসিয়াছ স্বরূপ হই নিখিল ভুবন তুমার উপর ছাই নয়ন দেইছ জ্ঞান অঞ্জন নয়ন দেইছ জ্ঞান অঞ্জন বন্দন হে বন্দন বন্দন হে বন্দন ঘেন বারে আম অভিনন্দন ঘেন বারে আম অভিনন্দন বন্দন হে বন্দন বন্দন হে বন্দন বন্দন হে বন্দন জয়গুরু
Jayaguru, Nigamopadesh, year-end blessings. Today, you have to be really religious, not merely by preaching with pompous words or by shouting slogans repeatedly, religion and religion. Religion has to be realized with body, mind and heart. Thus, one can be a true religious person by materializing quintessence of religion in his life and society. Today, there is the need of such type of devotees with firm faith who can hold high the flag of spiritualism in the country. But regrettably, religion has now assumed only verbal expression. Those who will come in contact with you have to be transformed by your religious spirit manifested in your action and behavior. Now there is only the absence of true religious person. Otherwise, the living force and vital inspiration of religion pervade the azure sky, air, physical and subtle regions of Bharat. Only thing needed is the upholder of it, attainment of divinity. Today, you have to be absorbed in tapasya on relinquishing tall talks and excitement. In order to realize directly the essence of religion, you have to burn the bondage of body and mind in the fire of tapasya. So it needs inextinguishable fire of tapasya. Mind and intelligence will be burned in it, and again the transformed and resplendent new form will emerge from the pool of such fire. Religion has to be realized not merely by mind and intelligence, but also by body. That body is not the physical body, it is the divine body which emerges from the fire of tapasya. Thus, religion has to be directly realized with that divine body. Why does the country today confront such an unfortunate disaster? The basic religious faith has become feeble, for which there is a visible dearth of upholder of religion in the society and country. Now there is also conspicuous absence of such great souls who have realized and manifested the essence of religion in their life. There is no need of further bhavas and discussions. Follow one or two bhavas and form life accordingly. I have given much advice to many people, but I don't find in you a strong and firm conviction and unshakable faith to give shape to those advice. So today you are the victims of utter despondency and cries of vain life. I have been telling you from the beginning that faith is the only unfailing element in life building. Sri Gurudev utters Mahabhatya, the great saying, in the ear, but if you do not experience its importance in life and reality, can you realize the essence of that great saying? One has to live without any argument and any further consideration. Pour all your mind and heart. Endeavor to solve problems with strong enthusiasm and firm faith. What you tenaciously hold and club. The ascetic life accomplished with cold and lethargic spirit only attracts harm. Never concede to cold, lethargic spirit. Direct realization. Religion is not.
By opinion.
Okay. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru, Niyatala Sangha Puri, America Saraswata Sangha, 907 Sangha Buddha Session Report. Date April 7, 2024 Sunday. Time 7:15 8:47 a.m. EDT first session. 9:45 a.m. to 12:21 p.m. EDT second session. Talia, Pratyush, Anjalima and Ipsitama. Adivasa Puja, April 6, 2024. Adivasa Puja was held at NSM. Attendance roster of Ma and wife is available in our website. First session 7:15 a.m. to 8:47 a.m. The first session of the puja started at 7:15 a.m. EDT with Pratiksha song. Aji Moramata Madhusura Jagere song by Amritama and Aji a Subhaprabhate Kantha Bhari by Uditama. Then Arati was performed by Sandeep Bhai while Smita Bhai Ma sang the Arati song. Thereafter Arpita Ma sang Bande Gurucharana and Sutra Bandhana and Anjana Ma read Sri Sri Guru Gita verse 77. And this was followed by reading of Parichay Patra and Samilani and Bhakta Nivasa Nirvana Prarthana led by Brajavai. There Lipsita Ma read Bandhana, Prarthana and Pratna Karinka Prati from Sangha Sevaka, 60th year part 2. Anjali Ma invited Sri Sri Thakura and all Bhakta Bhai Ma and YS for the second puja session to start at 9:45 a.m. EDT. The asana was closed with Jayaguru Namakirtana and Pranam. Second session 9:45 a.m. to 12:21 p.m. The second session of the puja started at 9:45 a.m. EDT with Avahana song, Mana Marata Hai and Asa Ananda Sarupa song by Bhaktima and Swaramanasi by Anjalima. This was followed by Pranamagana and opening of the curtain. Then Miluma sang Bandana, Keda Bhagyamara, followed by Smita Royma reading Parichay Patra meant for Mass. Shivani Mahantima sang Vishwapati Pranama song and thereafter Sudhasinima read Nigamopadesa, pages 262 to 61. Paulabhima read minutes of the last session, followed by Aradhanama reading Panchasanyasana Shishya, pages 172 to 176. Thereafter Smita Baima sang a Prarthana song, Manara Thakura Aji Asibe, followed by Sanghamitrama reading Sansar Pathe part 1, chapter 40. Brajavai held a short QA session due to lack of time, followed by YA session starting with Aditi singing a Prarthana song, Kahinke Chhala, and then Shreyama leading the YA discussion. Thereafter, Pratyush, Anjalima and Ichitama did Baba Vinimaya, followed by invitation to Sri Sri Thakura for Madhyana Bhoga and evening puja. This was followed by Gyan and Vishnavai inviting Sri Sri Thakura Maharaj and all Bhai, Ma and YS to the Sangha Puja on April 14, 2024. Then Ipsitama begged forgiveness from Sri Sri Thakura and all Bhais, Mas and young Ashrams for the mistake and error committed deliberately or unintentionally for their puja pali. The session was concluded with Vidya Prarthana Dinanatha by Rashmi Chaudhary Ma and then asana was closed with Jayaguru Namakirtana and Pranam. Vishwaj Bhai took attendance of all Bhais and Mass. Vishwaj Bhai took attendance of all Bhais and Mass. Bhog was offered to Sri Sri Thakura, followed by Prasad Sevan. Sri Sri Thakura Charan Sita Pratyush, Ipsitama and Anjalima. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Jayaguru Thakur Nigamananda, page 77. 1332 साल 1331 साल पुष मास ठारू 1332 साल आषाढ़ मास पर्यंत प्राय 7 मास काल ठाकुर पुरी थिले। विमला माँ वर्तमान अधिकांश समय श्वशुरालय बास करने संगत। ताहले सुरमा किपरि एकाकी रहिबे? तेणु 1331 साल फाल्गुन मास संदीप आसीथिबा सरजुमा को सांगिनी भाव में पुरी रहिबाकू ठाकुर अनुमति देले। सरजुमा संदीप गुरुभ्राता श्रीयुक्त सुरेन्द्र चंद्र लोधांकर सहदुरा। सप्तरे 1332 साल आषाढ़ मासरे दैवचक्र ठाकुर को गोटे अनाथ शिशुर भार नेबा पड़ा। शिशु कन्यार माँ जन्म समय ही मृत्युवरण कले एवं पिता थिले चिर वैराग्य परायण। से तांकर यथा सर्वस्व गुरुपाद पद्म अर्पण पूर्वक संन्यास ग्रहण करने को इच्छुक जानी ठाकुर तांको भारमुक्त कले। कुटीर माँ माने 3 मासर शिशु को मनुष्य करने को जाई व्यतिग्रस्त हो पड़ुथिले। नीलाचल कुटीर आश्रम नुहे गृहस्थर गृह। उत्तर काल में शिशुकन्या निमित्त ठाकुर को समस्त निकट में एक कथा कहवा होता। चैतन्यर अवशेष पात्र नारायणी और ठाकुर महाराज सर्वशेष दाय बोधहुए श्री गौरांग अनाथ निकेतन शेष पुष्य। ठाकुर समस्त कार्य एकाकी तुलाई नेबार झुंक हरिदास भाई थिला। जेहेतु मु एकांत ठाकुर हरिदास भाई मते संपूर्ण अधिकार करने को इच्छा करथिले। बहु कार्य मध्य तांकर ही शिशुटी प्रति खूब दृष्टि थाए। ताकू खुआई देबा, बुलाई नेबा, सजाई देबा इत्यादि कार्य करती। ठाकुर सेवारू अवसर पाइबा मात्रे माँ मान हाथरू शिशु को काढ़ी नियंती। ताकू काखरे धरी बजार को चली जाती। जीवन में हरिदास भाई केबे हेले शिशु सेवा कर नथिले। शिशु माने कौन खाती, कि भाव में रहती, कहीं हसती और कांदती से ताहा जानी नथिले। शिशुर लालन पालन संबंध में माँ मान संगे खूब बचसा हुए। से कहती, अच्छा से तो दूध खाइबा को इच्छा करूना देखुच, कहीं तुम्हें माने ताकू धरी दूध बोतल ता मुहरे दियो कहत। माँ माने कहती, ताहले से कौन खाइब? हरिदास भाई कहती, कहीं बिस्कुट रसगोला सर्वनाश। माँ मान आखि चमकी उठी जाए। ये कौन कहम? एडिकी पिलार पेट कौन ता सह ना सह ना कही हरिदास भाई बकर बकर हमें। सुविधा पाइले निषेध पक्ष मध्य खुआई दियंती। पिलार पेट फांटी जाए। हरिदास भाई किंतु तर्क करती, ताहा अनिच्छार दूध खाइबार कुफल। किसमिश राजभोग बा बिस्कुट खाइबार फल नुहे। राति दिन पिला को कोଳରେ पिठी धरी बुलंती और तार अर्थहीन प्रलाप संगरे ताल मिलाई ता सहित समान भाव में आलाप करती। असीम वात्सल्य से शिशु को आपणार बोली ग्रहण कर निजर छोट भौणी को तो लोके एते सुख पाती ना। ता मुखरे कथा फुटू हरिदास भाई ताकू तता बोली धराई देले। ताता अर्थ दादा। से डाकती ताता और शिशु झीटी डाके ताता। 1332 साल श्रावण मास संभवतः जन्मोत्सव पूर्व पुरी भ्रमण बाहरी पुणी कार्तिक शेष विमला मां को नहीं ठाकुर पुरी फेरिले। तिथि पत्र प्रमाण मिले जे यापर एकादिक्रमे 5 मास पुरी ठारे ही थिले। यही वर्ष फाल्गुन मासरे तांकर प्रिय शिष्य अश्विनी कुमार दासगुप्त महाशय सपरिवार किछि दिन पई पुरी आसिथिले। से बेले असुस्थ। ठाकुर निजे नीलाचल कुटीर आसी रहा लिखिथिले। नीलाचल कुटीर उठा जाइथिबा ठाकुरंकर फटो खंडिक सही समय फटोरे सपरिवार अश्विनी बाबू और कुटीर माँ मान मध्य ठाकुर बसी देखा जाए। कौन कारण ठाकुर से दिन अप्रसन्न थिले। फटोरे तांकर सही भ्रुकुटी कराल मुख छवि ही धरा पड़े। तथापि यही फटोर एक विशेष मूल्य अच्छी। कारण कहली तो କୁଟୀରରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଛବି ଉଠାଇବା ଏହି ପ୍ରଥମ ଓ ଏହି ଶେଷ। 1333 ସାଲ ବୈଶାଖ ମାସ ଶେଷରେ ଠାକୁର ପୁଣି ଭ୍ରମଣରେ ବାହାରିଲେ। ଜ୍ୟେଷ୍ଠ ଆଷାଢ଼ 2 ମାସ ମଠରେ କଟାଇ ନାରାୟଣ ଭାଇଙ୍କ ଆମନ୍ତ୍ରଣରେ ଆଷାଢ଼ 30 ଦିନ ଶିଲିଂ ଗଲେ। ସେଠାରେ 10-12 ଦିନ ରହି କଲିକତା, ଦେଓଘର ଓ କୃଷ୍ଣନଗର ବୁଲି ଠାକୁର ପୁରୀ ଫେରି ଆସିଲେ। ଭାଦ୍ରବ ଆଶ୍ୱିନ 2 ମାସ ରହି ସମ୍ଭବତଃ କାର୍ତ୍ତିକ ମାସର ପ୍ରଥମ କିମ୍ବା ଆଶ୍ୱିନ ଶେଷ ଭାଗରେ ଠାକୁର ପୁନରାୟ ବଙ୍ଗଦେଶକୁ ଯାତ୍ରା କଲେ। ଶେଷର ସେବକ ହୋଇ ତାଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଯାଇଥିଲେ ହରିଦାସ ଭାଇ। ଏହି କାର୍ତ୍ତିକ ମାସରେ ହିଁ କୁତବପୁରରେ ଗୁରୁଧାମ ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠା ହୋଇଥିଲା। ଭ୍ରମଣ ସମୟରେ ହରିଦାସ ଭାଇ 2 ଖଣ୍ଡ ଚିଠି ଲେଖିଥିଲେ। ତାଙ୍କ ହସ୍ତାକ୍ଷର ସହ ସେହି ଚିଠି 2 ଖଣ୍ଡ ଆମ ନିକଟରେ ତାଙ୍କର ସ୍ମୃତି ଅବଶେଷ। ପ୍ରଥମ ଚିଠି କାର୍ତ୍ତିକ 18 ଦିନ 3ଟା ବେଳେ ଭାଓଲା ଆଶ୍ରମରୁ ଲେଖା। ଓ ତାତା କଣ କରୁଛ? ମୁଢି ଖାଉଛ ନା ମା ମାନଙ୍କୁ ମାରୁଛ? କିପରି ଅଛ? ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ବସି ବସି ତମାଖୁ ଖାଉଛନ୍ତି ଓ ଭକ୍ତମାନଙ୍କୁ ଉପଦେଶ ଦେଉଛନ୍ତି। ବୁଝିଲ, ତାଙ୍କୁ ଟିକିଏ ସର୍ଦ୍ଦି ହୋଇଛି, ବୋଧହୁଏ ଦିନେ 2 ଦିନ ଭିତରେ ଛାଡିଯିବ। ଏଠାକୁ ଅନେକ ଭକ୍ତ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଆସିଛନ୍ତି। ମାଳା ଓ ପିରାନ୍ ଠିକ ସମୟରେ ପାଇଛି। ପହରି ଦିନ ପୁଣି ଢାକା ଯିବୁ, ତାପରେ ଚଟ୍ଟଗ୍ରାମ ଯିବୁ। ମୟନାମତି ଠିକଣାରେ ଉତ୍ତର ଦେବ। ମାଙ୍କ ଦେହ ଭଲ ରୂପେ ସୁସ୍ଥ ହୋଇଯାଇଛି ତ? ହରେନ୍ଦା କିପରି ଅଛନ୍ତି? ଏହି 2-4 ଦିନ ମଧ୍ୟରେ କେତେ ଉନ୍ନତି ହୋଇଛି? ଦୌଡ଼ା ଦୌଡ଼ି ଧାଁ ଧପଡ଼ କରିପାରୁଛ ତ? ଆମେ ଭଲରେ ଅଛୁ। ଯଦି କିଛି କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ନଥାଏ ତେବେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ବେଶୀ ବେଶୀ ମାରିବ ଓ ମୁଢି ଖାଇବ। ବୁଝିଲ, ଇତି ତୁମର ତାତା। ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ ଚିଠି ମାର୍ଗଶିର 8ରେ ମଠରୁ ଲେଖା। ଏହି ଖଣ୍ଡିକ ମଧ୍ୟ ମୋର ତାତା ଚନ୍ଦ୍ର। ଏହି ସମ୍ବୋଧନ କରି ଗୋଟିଏ ଅଜାତ ବୋଧ ଶିଶୁ ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟରେ ଲିଖିତ। ପଢି ଜାଣିଲେ ମାର୍ଗଶିର 5 ଦିନ ଠାକୁର ମଠରେ ପହଞ୍ଚିଛନ୍ତି। ପଥରେ ଅଳ୍ପକେ ଗୋଟିଏ ଦାରୁଣ ଦୁର୍ଘଟଣାରୁ ରକ୍ଷା ପାଇଛନ୍ତି। ଲାମଡିଙ୍କର 3-4ଟା ଷ୍ଟେସନ ଆଗରୁ ଆସାମ ମେଲ ଅଟକିଗଲା। ଜଣାଗଲା କିଛି ଦୂରରେ ଗୋଟିଏ ମାଲଗାଡି ଲାଇନଚ୍ୟୁତ ହୋଇ ଭାଙ୍ଗିଛି। ଲାଇନ ଖରାପ ଥିଲା, ମାଲଗାଡିଟା ଆସିନଥିଲେ ଆସାମ ମେଲ ଯାଇ ଭୟାବହ ଦୁର୍ଘଟଣାର ସମ୍ମୁଖୀନ ହୋଇଥାନ୍ତା। ଯାହା ହେଉ ଅପରାହ୍ନ 4ଟାରୁ ରାତି 12ଟା ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସଦଳ ବଳେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ସେହିଠାରେ ହିଁ ରହିବାକୁ ହୋଇଥିଲା। ହରିଦାସ ଭାଇ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି, ବାବା ସେହିଦିନ ଉପବାସ କରିଥିଲେ। ଦିନ ଯାକ ଜଳ ଟିକେ ସୁଦ୍ଧା ପିଇ ନାହାନ୍ତି। ଫଳରେ ସେ ଯାତ୍ରାରେ ଦୁର୍ଭାଗ୍ୟର ଅନ୍ତ ନଥିଲା। ଭ୍ରମଣ ଶେଷରେ ପୁରୀ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟାବର୍ତ୍ତନ କରି କିଛି ଦିନ ପୁରୀରେ ରହିବା ପରେ ହରିଦ୍ୱାର କୁମ୍ଭରେ ଯୋଗଦାନ କରିବାର ଉଦ୍ୟୋଗ ଆୟୋଜନ ହେବାକୁ ଲାଗିଲା। ପ୍ରଧାନ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭକ୍ତମାନଙ୍କ ଉତ୍ସାହରେ କୁମ୍ଭ କମିଟି ଗଠିତ ହୋଇଥିଲା। ସେମାନେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର କୁମ୍ଭରେ ଯୋଗଦାନର ତାରିଖ ବିଜ୍ଞାପିତ କରି ଠାକୁର ମହାରାଜଙ୍କୁ କୁମ୍ଭକୁ ଆବାହନ କଲେ। ଏହି ଆବାହନ ପତ୍ରଟି ଶ୍ରୀ ନିଗମାନନ୍ଦ ସ୍ମୃତିରେ ପ୍ରକାଶିତ ହୋଇଛି। ମୂଳ ଆବାହନ ଲିପିର ଗୋଟିଏ ମୁଦ୍ରିତ କପି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ସୁଦ୍ଧା ଆମ ପାଖରେ ଅଛି। 1333 ସାଲ ଚୈତ୍ର 15 ଦିନ ଠାକୁର ହାଓଡାରୁ ହରିଦ୍ୱାର ଯାତ୍ରା କଲେ। ଅନ୍ୟାନ୍ୟ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭକ୍ତ ମାନଙ୍କ ସହିତ ହରିଦାସ ମଧ୍ୟ ତାଙ୍କର ସଙ୍ଗୀ ହୋଇ ଥିଲେ। ଆଉ ସେ ନୀଳାଚଳ କୁଟୀରକୁ ଫେରି ଆସି ନାହାନ୍ତି। ପୁରୀରେ ସେତେବେଳେ ତାଙ୍କ ବ୍ୟତୀତ ହରେନ ଭାଇ ଓ ସରୋଜମା ସେବିକା ଦୁହେଁ ଥାନ୍ତି। ତାଙ୍କର କାର୍ତ୍ତିକ ମାସ ଚିଠିରେ ହରେନ ଭାଇଙ୍କ ଉଲ୍ଲେଖ ଥିବା ଦେଖାଯାଏ। 33 ସାଲର ପ୍ରଥମ ଭାଗରେ ହିଁ ହରେନ ଭାଇ ସମ୍ଭବତଃ ପୁରୀ ଆସିଥିଲେ। ହରିଦାସ ଭାଇଙ୍କ ପୁରୀ ତ୍ୟାଗର କାରଣ ସମ୍ଭବତଃ ହେଉଛି ତାଙ୍କ ସେବା ବ୍ରତର ଭାଗିଦାର ଜୁଟିବାରୁ ତାଙ୍କ ମନ ଭାଙ୍ଗି ଯାଇଥିଲା। ଏକାକି ଯଦି ଠାକୁର ସେବା ଅଧିକାର ନ ପାଇଲି ତେବେ ଭିଡ଼ ବଢାଇ ଲାଭ କଣ କେବଳ ପ୍ରସାଦ ସେବା? ସେଥିରେ ହରିଦାସ ଭାଇଙ୍କର କେବେ ସେତେ ଲୋଭ ନଥିଲା। ଶେଷରେ ଅଭିମାନରେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଛାଡିଗଲେ। ତୁମ ସେବାରେ ନ ଲାଗିବି ତ ସାଧନ ଭୋଜନ କରିବି। ମଠରେ ରହିବା ତ ଛାଡ଼ି ଦେଇଛି। ମୁଁ ସେଠାରେ ଆଉ କାହା ମୁହଁକୁ ଚାହିଁ ଭୂତ ପରି ଖଟିବି। ଏହା ହିଁ ଥିଲା ତାଙ୍କର ମନ କଥା। କୁମ୍ଭ ସ୍ନାନ ପରେ ସେ ନାନା ତୀର୍ଥ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟଟନ କରି ବୁଲିବାରେ ଲାଗିଲେ। 36 ସାଲରେ କାଶୀଧାମରେ ଦାରୁଣ ବସନ୍ତ ରୋଗରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଦେହାବସାନ ଘଟିଲା। ଠାକୁର ସେବା ତ୍ୟାଗ କରି ସେ ସଂସାରରେ ଆଉ ବେଶୀ ଦିନ ନଥିଲେ। 45 ବର୍ଷ ହେଲା ହରିଦାସ ଭାଇ ଚାଲିଗଲେଣି। किंतु नीलाचल कुटीर इतिहास रे से अमर। आज मध्य तांको कथा भाबिबाकु जाई कल्पना रे सुनिबाकु पाए तांको आत्मभोला कंठ। हरि आमार प्रेम मधुर भकत हृदय रंजन, पतित तारिते भुवर हरिते जुगे जुगे अवतरण, नर शरीर धारण, तुम्हारी कृपाय चले त्रिभुवने, सृजन पालन नाशन। उत्तर अनुवाद। हरि मोहर प्रेम मधुर भकति हृदय रंजन, पतित तारणे भुभार हरणे, जुगे जुगे अवतरण, नर शरीर धारण, तुमरी कृपारे चले त्रिभुवने, सृजन पालन नाशन। हरिदास भाई प्रकृत में प्रेम भक्तिर अधिकारी थे। ठाकुर तांको पूर्वजन्म संबंध में कही हरिदास वर्धमान जिलार काली किशोर आचार्य नाम जड़े गृहस्थ भक्त थिला। प्रेम भक्ति लाभ निमित्त से जन्मग्रहण करिछि। सिंहरे लीला भसाइले शीला अजासित हरि प्रेम दिले, भूचरे खेचरे दिले बानरे अमर वांछित चरण, नव दुर्बादल श्यामल सुंदर पवन नंदन वंदन, राम शरीर धारण, अधरे अमृत करिया पुरित, बाजाले मोहन बांसरी, गोपी जनमन करिले हरण, कमल नयने नोहारी, उरूप हरिले जोगी जोग भूले, कुल मन त्यजे कुल नारी, ब्रज विपिन बिहारी, सुर धुनि तीरे पति तेर तरे, केतुमे कंदिछ कातरे, पाप पूर्ण धरा हेरिया यार, व्यथा पेले बुझी अंतरे, ये शेष आवार श्रीहरि आमार, देखा दीते दिन किंकरे, गोर हरि रूप धरे। उत्तर अनुवाद। सिंहरे लीला भसाइले शिला अजासिते हरि प्रेम देल, भूचर खेचर बानरंकु देल, अमर वांछित चरण, नव दुर्बादल श्यामल सुंदर पवन नंदन वंदन, राम शरीर धारण, अधरे अमृत पूर्ण करित, बाइल मोहन वंशरी, गोपी जनमन कलहे हरण, कमल नयने निहारी, रूप देखिले जोगी जोग भूले, कुल मन तेजे कुल नारी, ब्रज विपिन बिहारी, सुर धुनि तीरे पतित पाइकी, किए कांद तुमे कातरे, पापे पूर्ण धरा फेरिन कि एबे, व्यथा पाइल कि अंतरे, आसीछंती मोर हरि पुनर्बार, देखा देवे दिन किंकरे, गौर हरिंकर रूपरे। मोर ज्ञानोदय हेबा दिन ठारू हरेन भाई को ही नीलाचल कुटीर प्रधान सेवक भाव देखी आसी। शुणी पूर्वर सुखलाल नाम आउ जड़े ब्रह्मचारी किसी दिन हरिदास भाई सहकारी भाव में कार्य करते। हरिदास भाई द्वितीय सहकारी हरेन भाई। हरिदास भाई आउ कुटीर को फेरी न आसबारू आपण थाए हरेन भाई से स्थान अधिकार कले। हरेन भाई पूर्वबंगर पिला छात्रावस्था दिन राति घर पलि आसी कुमिलाश्रम उपस्थित हेले। से तांत्रिक गुरु और ब्रह्मचर्य साधन पाठ कर आकृष्ट होते। मनर व्याकुलतार ज्योत्ना रातिर 10-12 माइल पथ एकाकी चली आसी। बाटरे गोटे जनाशुना भूत रोकवा गछ थिला। से यह लोकमुखर शुणी किंतु ताहा केउ गछ से जानि नथिले। प्राणर आग्रह भूत भय नथिला। तेबे गोटे गछ तल देई गला बेले तांको जणागला सते जेपरि तांको पछरे केही बोझे टेका उजाड़ी देला। पछको अनाई जेतेबेले किसी देखिबाकू पाइले नाही, किसी देखिबाकू न पाइले, सेतेबेले तांकर भूत कथा मने पड़िला। मटकी न जाई साहस करी पुणी आगकू पाद बढ़ाइले। आउ कौनसी उत्पाद घटी नथिला। आत्मानंद महाराज सेतेबेले कुमिलाश्रम अध्यक्ष रांधि बाड़ी खाइबाकू देई शेषर से ताकू घर को फेराई देले। तांको कथा ठाकुर को लिखिबे, आश्रम को आसिले ठाकुर सहित साक्षात कराइदेवे बोली कहिले। हरेन भाई रीतिमत संधान नियंती। बारंबार मन पकई नदेले हुए तो अध्यक्ष महाराज भूली जाई पारंती बोली तांकर शंका उपस्थित होउथाय। तापर दिने सुजोग मिलिला। अध्यक्ष महाराज ठारू संवाद पाइले ठाकुर शेषर आश्रम को आसवे नहीं सत्य, किंतु रेल स्टेशन रे साक्षात सुजोग मिलिबो। संभवतः आखाउड़ा सेशन हेब कि कौन मोर ठीक मन पड़ू ना। आत्मानंद महाराज संगे हरेन भाई जाई सेठारे हाजर गृह रे ही गोपन कथा अभिभावक माने किंतु जानती नहीं। समवयसी पिलाटी घुरुले जनसेवा साधुसंग सत्संग प्रभृति उत्तम कार्य करे। सेहिभଳି कौन धंदारे हुए तो कुआडे जाइछि बोली अभिभावक माने भाविथिले। पिलाटी किंतु मने मने गृह त्यागर कल्पना करुछि। आश्रम जीवन यापन करिवार स्वप्न अति गोपन रे देखुछि यह काहारी को जना न थाए। स्टेशन रे पहुंची हरेन भाई देखिले केवल से दुई जन नुहंती बहु लोक ठाकुरंग पय अपेक्षा करिसंती। अधिकांश लोकंक हाथ रे किछि ना किछि भोगराग विशिष्ट फलमूल इत्यादि जिनिस अछि। हरेन भाईंकर खाली हाथ से ठाकुरंग पय किछि आनि नथांती। तांकर कुंठित भाव मुख भाव लक्ष्य करी आत्मानंद महाराज बोधुए तांक मन कथा बुझी पारिले। अल्प क्षण परे कहा पाखरु गोटे सपुरी आनी तांक हाथ रे धराई देले। ट्रेन आसिया मात्र समस्ते ठेलापेला होई पशिले। विशिष्ट व्यक्ति समस्ते प्रवीण भद्रलोक। ସେହି ଭିଡ଼ ଠେଲି ବଗି ଭିତରେ ପଶିବାକୁ ସାହସ ହରେନ ଭାଇଙ୍କର ନଥିଲା। କେତେଟା ବୟସ ପୁଣି କହିବାକୁ ଗଲେ ସେ ପିଲା ଲୋକ। ଛାତି ଥରୁଥାଏ। ଭାବୁଥାନ୍ତି ଆଉ ବୋଧହୁଏ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଆଖିରେ ପଡ଼ିବି ନାହିଁ। ତାଙ୍କୁ ତ ଟିକେ ପ୍ରଣାମ କରି ହେଲା ନାହିଁ, ଆଉ କଣ ହେବ। ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖି ପ୍ରଥମେ ତାଙ୍କୁ କିଭଳି ବୋଧ ହେଲା କଣ ବୋଲି ମନେ ହେଲା। କିଭଳି ପୁଣି ବୋଧ ହୋଇଥାନ୍ତା। ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଠାକୁର ବୋଲି ତାଙ୍କର ମନେ ହେଲା। ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର ଯେଉଁ ରୂପ ଛବି ତାଙ୍କ ହୃଦୟରେ ଅଙ୍କିତ ହୋଇଗଲା ଅବିକଳ ତାହାରି ସଙ୍ଗରେ ମିଳିଗଲା। ତାଙ୍କର କେବଳ ଭାବନା ସେ ମୋତେ କେବେ ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିବେ। ଏପରି ସମୟରେ ଠାକୁର ଆତ୍ମାନନ୍ଦ ମହାରାଜଙ୍କୁ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କରି କହି ଉଠିଲେ, ତୁମେ ଯେଉଁ ପିଲାଟି କଥା ଲେଖିଥିଲ ସେ କଣ ଆସିନାହିଁ? ହଁ ଆସିଛି କହି ଆତ୍ମାନନ୍ଦ ମହାରାଜ ହରେନ ଭାଇଙ୍କୁ ଆଗକୁ ଠେଲିଦେଲେ। ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଦରକାରୀ କଥା ଭିତରେ ସେ କିନ୍ତୁ ହରେନ ଭାଇଙ୍କ ଉପସ୍ଥିତି ଭୁଲି ଯାଇଥିଲେ। ହରେନ ଭାଇ ଶୀଘ୍ର ଗାଡି ଭିତରକୁ ଉଠି ସପୁରୀଟି ତାଙ୍କ ପାଦ ତଳେ ଥୋଇ ଦେଇ ପ୍ରଣାମ କଲେ। ତାଙ୍କର ସେତେବେଳେ ଭାରି ଆନନ୍ଦ ହେଉଥାଏ। ଏତେ ଲୋକଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର କିପରି ମନେ ଥିଲା ଯେ ଗୋଟିଏ ପିଲା ତାଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖା କରିବାକୁ ଆସିଛି। କିଛି ଦିନ ଆଶ୍ରମ ବାସ କରିବା ପରେ ହରେନ ଭାଇଙ୍କୁ ନିରାଶ କୁଟୀରକୁ ଡାକରା ଆସିଲା। ଚିରଭାବର ପୂର୍ବ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ପୁରୀରେ ପ୍ରଧାନ ସେବକ ଭାବରେ ଠାକୁର ତାଙ୍କୁ ହିଁ ସ୍ୱୀକାର କରି ଯାଇଛନ୍ତି। ତାଙ୍କୁ ନିଜେ ବ୍ରହ୍ମଚର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଦୀକ୍ଷା ଦେଇ ନାମ ଦେଇଥିଲେ ଠାକୁର ଦାସ। ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଭାଇ।
We read quite a bit today, full of so many memorable incidents and significant incidents. So I'll try to summarize. Of course, there's quite a bit, so I might skip some of the things. So this is my talking about the Sal 1331 through 1333, which is around 1925 through 1926 towards 1927. What Mike is talking about is she starts with the year 1332 or the Sal 1332, which is around 1924 December through 1925 June or July. That time frame around 7 months, and that's when Thakur was living at Puri in Rajkot. Of course, the Mama was not there because she was living with her in-laws. To avoid Sarajuma or Surama living alone, Thakur allowed Sarajuma to stay with her at Puri, and Sarajuma was the sister of Sri Suren Chandra Lodhavai from Sanskrit. And then Ma describes about like how Haridas Bhai was so fond of her, and so she starts with how she came to the Gauranga Anathaniketan when she was a little baby, 3 months old. Her mother unfortunately had passed away while doing the childbirth, and her father had already developed, the strong desire to renounce everything and take sannyas. So he comes to Thakura, offers the baby to Thakura, and says, he wants to give up everything and take sannyas. So Thakura, takes the full guardianship of the young baby, which is 3 months old, and all the mass were very scared and had difficulty, taking care of such a young baby at that little, over 3 months. So she's not, none other than our beloved Naranima, who has written this memorial also. So Haridas Bhai would argue with the Maharaj that, of course, he was the sole sevak of Thakur. So he started developing, the affection toward the baby, which is Narayana, and then he would act as if like he knew everything about how to take care of the baby. So he would take her around, dress her up, and give her, all kinds of solid food, but she's not supposed to have at that age. And of course, that would, make her develop upset stomach and have, severe gas and all that. And Bharat would argue with Maz that, she is doing
You've been muted.
like
To unmute yourself, press the star key twice.
And then after she grew up a little bit, started talking about in baby language, he would talk in response, talk in baby language to her. And then when she started, uttering some words, she would let her call him Tata, which is like a young sister to her brother. So in 1926, Thakur left Puri and went back and then visited a few places and then came back to Puri with Bimama. And he stayed there in Puri for around 5 months. And during this time, actually, Ashwini Kumar Bhai and his family also visited Puri. And Ashwini Bhai was not feeling well, so Thakur had asked him to come stay at Nilachal Putra for a little bit. And then one of the significant events that Ma is talking about here is that's when a picture was taken of Sri Thakur with Ashwini Bhai's family and all the Mas at the Kutir. And one of the things that she brings up here is in that picture, Thakur's face looked, Thakur looked very upset, and that could clearly be seen on the picture. However, she says that this picture was very special because this was the only picture that was ever taken of Sri Thakur at Nilachal Putra. And then 1933, or 1333 rather, and which is the year of 1926, around the month of April, Thakur again left Puri and went to Matha. And from there he went to Ceylon and then visited a couple of other places, Calcutta, Deodar and Krishnanagar, and then came back to Puri. And then again, after 2 months, he left. And this time, Haridas Bhai accompanied Thakur as his sevak on his journey. So that year, later in October, Gurudham was actually established in Mirzapur. So another significant event that happened in the Saal 1333. And Haridas Bhai, while he was away from Puri, he would write letters to Naranima and send it to Puri. And then 2 of the letters that Ma is talking about here, one of them is he is asking about everybody's well-being and jokingly asking Ma whether she is staying busy eating mudi or beating up all the Mas. And she is again asking if you have nothing better to do, either eat mudi and then beat up the Mas. So that was funny. And then of course in the same letter he is asking about everybody else in the ashrama and then about Harinda as well. Now in the second letter, which again he sends around November of 1926, and in this letter he is apart from mentioning a few other things, he is talking about a significant event again happened, which was there was a rail accident, and unfortunately what happened is the Assam mail, which was supposed to have passed through that area, had not, and a goods train had passed and got derailed. So he was talking about like if the Assam mail had gone, come to that area, before the goods train, then it would have been a major accident. And he also talked about that was like a few stations away from landing. And then he talked about because the train stopped, Thakur was stuck there from 4 o'clock till the midnight, and and that day Thakur was fasting, and that added to the misery of waiting there for such a long time. And then he talks about Thakur, or she talks about Thakur returning back to Puri, and then all the arrangements were made for Thakur to visit Kumbh Mela. And that's when Thakur first went to Howrah, to Haridwar, and from Haridwar he went, he went to Haridwar from from Howrah, and then actually he had not returned to Kutira. And during this time, Harinda and Sarojuma were staying in Puri, and Harinda came to Puri in like around mid-1926. After Harinda came, of course, Haridas Bhai lost his, he was not the sole Sevaka of Sri Thakura. So before then, he was the only Sevaka who was taking care of Thakura. So with, Harinda getting engaged, Haridas Bhai started losing interest in serving Thakura because he was not the only one, the sole Sevaka, to do that any longer. So after Kumbh, with all that, he went, he never came back to Puri. He went around and visited a few pilgrimages, and in 1929, he passed away in Kasi from severe smallpox, and that shows he did not live long. After my mentions that, that shows that he did not live long after he gave up the seva. So then Nayanma talks about how devotional he was. Has written a few songs that Bhai would sing, and she could remember his voice singing those beautiful songs. And then Matt talks about that Haridas Bhai was he was truly full of devotion, and Thakur once said that Haridas Bhai, in his prior birth, he was actually Kalikisura from Bardhan district. And then he was a devoted householder, and Thakur said that he took rebirth to progress in the path of devotion. And then Matt talks a little bit about Harinda, and Harinda, so she said, she has mostly seen Harinda, as far as, she could remember. Harinda was Haridas Bhai's assistant for a little bit, and then before then, Sukalal Bhai was Haridas Bhai's assistant for a little while. And of course, after Haridas Bhai left, Harinda was the sole Sevak of Sri Thakura. And then she talks about how Harinda came to ashram and to Kumila Matha, and then from there, of course, to Puri. So Harinda, he was from East Bengal, and after he read Jayaguru and Brahmacharya Sadhana, he saw Thakura's picture in those books and fell in love with Thakura. And then she describes how he came, how he took a trek of 10 to 12 miles at a stretch, and got scared of ghosts, and then of course ran and went to the mortar, and then of course but he stayed in the mortar thinking that he would meet Thakura there, and that never happened. So he was suspicious whether he would ever see Thakura. And then he came to know from Atman Maharaj that Thakura was coming, even though he was not coming to the ashram. He was passing by. So they all went to the railway station, and he saw it was sea of people at the railway station to see Thakura. And then of course he saw that everybody had something with them to offer to Thakura, and he didn't have anything. And unfortunately someone gave him a pineapple, and then of course he was scared of going and then seeing Thakura, and then finally he goes, and Thakura inquires actually about him to ask Atman Maharaj, saying, the person that the boy that you had written to me about, where is he? And then finally Harinda goes and then offers that pineapple, and does pranam to Thakura, and of course he could see Thakura, whatever he had imagined, whatever he had seen, he saw exactly who how Thakura was, and really fell in love. Of course came to with Thakura, and then started doing seva.
Jayaguru. Ajoga Mangodi, Ajoga Mangoli, kahire tume sauna karina, kahire tume sauna karina, deina hoke deina hoke dura mukeli ajoga kahire tume sauna karina, পুছিছি মতারু আশিস চন্দন পুছিছি মতারু আশিস চন্দন দয়া করি দেবে দেই সবরি পুছিছি মতারু আশিস চন্দন দয়া করি দেবে দেই সবরি রসিদানে তার লড়িনা অতিথি রসিদানে তার লড়িনা অতিথি রুসিবা বদরে অতিথ খালি রুসিবা বদরে অতিথ খালি অযোগা পারো ভুলা করি ভুলে তেরে পারো ভুলা করি ভুলে তেরে তুম দেখাইলা হাত করি পারো ভুলা করি ভুলে তেরে তুম দেখাইলা হাত করি ধুরি পছি দেই আহা করি ঘর ধুরি পছি দেই আহা করি ঘর গেলাই কোড়রে সরধা করি গেলাই কোড়রে সরধা করি অযোগা तुम दिया सुधा सुतु करी मुझे तुम दिया सुधा सुतु करी मुझे मिछरे सोसरे जाऊती मोरी तुम दिया सुधा सुतु करी मुझे मिछरे सोसरे जाऊती मोरी तेरे गले तुम्हें हरी दिया मुझे तेरे गले तुम्हें हरी दिया मुझे हर हर करी करुणा बारी हर हर करी करुणा बारी रे तुम्हें करुणा करिना रे तुम्हें करुणा करिना तेना पे कहीं के बेहेले चाही न पीछी कहीं के बेहेले चाही न पीछी नहीं दता पड़े के तुम खरी कहीं के बेहेले चाही न पीछी नहीं दता पड़े के तुम खरी दिया बदल रे दिया सागर दिया बदल रे दियार सागर कूल लंघी पड़ुची तरुणी कूल लंघी पड़ुची तरुणी प्रेम बंधन रे बांधी रख तुमे प्रेम बांधी रख तुमे खती पड़ाए मु पागल करी प्रेम बंधन रे बांधी रख तुमे खती पड़ाए मु पागल करी दूरे अथ बोली मने बिचारी दूरे अथ बोली मने बिचारी फेरी चाह पाते अर्थ मोहरी तेरी चाही पाते अर्थ मोहरी काहिरे तुमे करुणा करिना काहिरे तुमे करुणा करिना देना आके दूर तुझेरी देना आके दूर
Jayaguru, Samsara ultimate aim of householder or spring dharma. The universe of divine emotion, Bhava, start with knowledge ends. Likewise, Bhagavata starts with where Vedanta ends. However, if spiritual practitioner wishes, they can practice this divine emotional feeling in this mortal world and gradually progress upwards. But nothing will achieve if there is no knowledge. If you do not have awareness of someone, Jayaguru, भाई सुनुची शुभुची
हाँ जय शुभुची
मझे कौन टे आसला if there is no knowledge, if you do not have awareness of someone and know nothing about him who will you love, in general, most of the paths of spiritual practices are the path of devotion. All of these intend for individuals with lower qualifications. These have no concentration with the divine emotional feeling. The divine emotion is a product of complete knowledge. Harmonious combination of knowledge and divine love is full of consecration of dharma. Hence, Hindu dharma becomes complete when knowledge and divine love are united. The ethics also hints at this universe of divine emotional feeling. The scriptures describe many aspects of divine emotion, bhava, much beyond the common emotion that come to our mind initially. For example, Bhagavat, why is the topic of divine play, lila, started at the end, after deliberating on the knowledge first. It is inferred that the realm of divine play is extraordinary. It is established on the historical basis. Bhagavat does not mention Radha. All the gopis are spiritually practitioners. One amongst them elevated herself to known as foremost gopi, Radha. Then the rest of them experienced the joy of eternal divine play by taking shelter at the foremost gopi. To earn the right to serve Sri Bhagavan, God, is in this universe of divine feeling is Brahmostra Gati, the process associated with the law and serve. This is the sole aim of Gopi Bhava, the feeling of Gopi or milkmaids in the Vrindavan. Radha Bhava, the feeling of Radha, is the pinnacle of this state. This can be achieved with the blessing of Sri Gurudeva. Your divine love.
भाई समझ गया नहीं जानुआरी से लास्ट दिया पैराग्राफ नेक्स्ट टाइम छोड़ दो
हो भाई जयगुरु हाँ टिके अधिका दवा पे चेष्टा करूची आज टिके देरी हे गला जेटा अन्य प्रोग्राम हां सो
मोर प्रोग्राम से नेचर पार्टी ठाकुर मोटा आउट आगु गोटे पेज आगु साथे हम टिके समयटा टिके
हां ठीक अछि सो हमर डिस्कशन समय 5 मिनट अच्छी सो आई विल ट्राई टू क्विकली गो थ्रू जो संघ सभा पढ़िले सेकेंड टाइम पढ़ुचे लास्ट थरक जो पढ़ाई जस्ट भेरी जिस्ट ऑफ दैट इज कहते मन मुख एक नक प्रार्थना कले प्रार्थना किसी लाभ नहीं आम भावुचे कदली एक्सपेक्ट करवा नड़िया नड़िया मैंने कहचे कदली भावुचे नड़िया ये टाइप आम स्तोत्र वंदना कला बेले सब अर्थ बुझी लक्ष्य करी मन मुख एक करी प्रार्थना कले तार फल लाभ होता है तापरे आज आरंभ कले पढ़ापी जे ठाकुर हाली सहर सम्मेलन रे आदर्श गृहस्थ कौन ताको डिफाइन करते कहते जीवन टाक अमृतमय करने सब आनंद स्वरूप तो बजाय रख दुख कष्ट आसो काली आम से कथा डिस्कसन करूँ आम पाठचक्र थिला काली कष्टटा आसो सेटा न्याचुराल कष्टटा को आप दुखे आम जो कन्वर्ट करदे तो भांगी पड़ुचे दुखटा है मोस्टली इंटरनाल मन से भोग करे कष्टटा कुड बी एक्सटर्नल कुड बी इंटरनाल कष्ट तार आसा कथा आसो कि दुखे परिणत करदे ताहले आनंद स्वरूपता बजाय हो पारनी ठाकुर अति सिंपल वे रे कहते आदर्श गृहस्थ किए ना ताकू देखिकी पुओ कह मो बापा भाया बापा नहीं बापा कह मो पुओ भाया पुओ नहीं इत्यादि इत्यादि से अवस्था जो आसो जानवे जे आप सत्य आदर्श गृहस्थ हो पार विभिन्न पॉइंट सब पढ़ा आरंभ कले वी गॉट टू अबाउट हाफ ऑफ देम जदि देखिए ओवरऑल यही टॉपिक रे आम डिस्कशन करूचे जे दशविध नियम टाक पालन करूँ तादर बहुत गुड़ाए आसीज केत गुड़े दशविध नियम को स्प्लिट कराई केत गुड़े नूतन जिनस भी अच्छी जोटा कि दशविध नियम रे नाही धरतु दशविध नियम रे अच्छी सकाळु उठिबा बामुहूर्त से जातक से डिस्कसन करना किंतु बाकी बहुत गुड़े जिनस से आसी जदि आपण मैंने नुआ बही समस्त पाखे अच्छी से 20टा पॉइंट अच्छी टे पढ़ंतु तादर सतरे आमर केमिति चलिले आदर्श हो पारिबा तापर दियाई सो गट कपल ऑफ मिनिट्स जदि कहार किछि क्वेश्चन अछि आज पढ़ारु किंबा एनी अदर शास्त्र पाठ आपण घरे करचंती तापर किछि क्वेश्चन अछि विल ट्राई टू डिस्कस जयगुरु आज्ञा
से कथा संग्रह रे लास्ट पाठचक्र से पढ़ाउतला जे यूजुअली भी इमिति मो जते माने साधु संतर माने स्पीच गुला सुनी छी तो सबटे कहती जे निज अनुभूति गुडा का तमर साधु पद केते उन्नति होची कोन होची काहा को कहिबनी सेटा कहिले सेटा तमर अहंकार वृत्ति आसी जीव और सेटा पतन आइ जीव कि तमर जदि अनुभूति किछि होउची सेउडा काहा प्रकाश करे कथा नुहे नल सेटा चली जीव माने जाहा को कहिबे तार हबो निजर चली जीव किंतु हमर संघरे अछि जे माने भाव विनिमयटा जरा करिवो सेटा निज अनुभूति गुरा करिवो सेटा कोन से टिके कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट होले मते टिके लागिला कि बुझेले
भाई आप जहाँ कहले ठाकुर से कहते जदि भाव जहाँ रखी था कहबेनी किंतु ठाकुरंकर बा संघर आदेश रे ठाकुरंक पाखरे कहिबारे किछि दोष नहीं थरे सिन्हा भाई कौन गोटे कहते ହେଇଗଲାଣି बहुत दिन आई डोंट नो विथ बंच ऑफ पीपल और जस्ट मुझे वन ऑन वन कथा होतली कहले तांकर पुरस्कार बेले केतेटा हेतला अनुभूति ताकू से बसचंती गुरु पूर्णिमा दिन जो पूजा हुए पुरस्कारकारी मानकर ता देहरे जो परिचालक थिले श्याम भाई तांको ना डाकिदेले कहले आपण तो पुरस्कार करिकी सारिचंती कोन अनुभूति हला पुरस्कार बेले कहले कहले कौन करिया एटा तो कहंतिनी कहले बंधी जो ठाकुर कहते बड़ धर्म संकट पड़ली तथापि ठाकुर को नाम नहीं कि जाई ठिया जो आदेश होती मत कहया पड़ो तेणु मत कहया पड़ा तांकर जहाँ होता अनुभूति से आमको कहते अन्य समय सीटा कह पड़ा तेणु कथाटी हूँ जो आदेश करेंगे आपणकर अहंकार रही आपड़ जदि आज राति ठाकुर को देखिले ठाकुर आपन को कथा कहते आपड़ जाकि चारिआडे प्रचार कले सीटा अहंकार हो अहंकार हेले तार तार जानी अहंकार हेले कौन हम ताको डिस्कसन बेसी करवा दरकार नहीं किंतु यदि संघ आदेश होची ताधरे किसी प्रत्यवाय हेनी कौन प्रकार असुविधा हेनी आमर समय हो जाइए चलतु जीवा young aspirant session. Shreyasi ma gito achi Ratna Sangita. We are ready, Shreyasi. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. मुकुता करे रंग हसरे हसरे मुकुता करे रंग आती सरधारा परसी जाए जाती कर हसरे हसरे मुकुता धरे रंग आती सरधारा परसी जाए जाती कर तेहि बता गुरु तेहि मोरा गुरु तेहि बता गुरु तेहि मोरा गुरु तेहि मनि हसरे हसरे मुकुता धरे रंग हसरे हसरे मुकुता धरे रंग नया राजुवाला सविता सुता ज्योतिरा नहीं तो हरे अमृत से अमृत वाले भगत हुए ध्रुपत तेहि मोरता तेहि मोरता तेहि मोरता तेहि मोरता तेहि पूजन बलहार हसरे हसरे मुकुता धरे रंग हसरे हसरे मुकुता धरे रंग तुझे बार रक्षी बक्षी निगमसुरा साती तरे तुसी तलवारी सिरकी बसुरा तेहि मोरा प्रिया तेहि मोरा तेहि मोरा प्रिया तेहि तेहि मोर आराध्य गुरु हसरे हसरे मुकुता धरे रंग आती सरधारा बरसी जाए जाती हसरे हसरे मुकुता धरे रंग हसरे हसरे मुकुता धरे रंग
Jayaguru young aspirants, this is Bhakti. I will be conducting our YA session for today. First, let's start off with the attendance. Aditi?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Adyasa?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Aisi?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Anik? Ansh?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Arnav?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Aryan?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Ashita?
Jayaguru. Ma.
Jayaguru. Demo?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Jan?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Divyam?
No, those are people.
Jayaguru. Jayaguru. Timmy?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Jagrat?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Jayaguru. Naitik?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Pratisha? Pratyush?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Sandhi?
Jayaguru. Ma.
Jayaguru. Saraswat?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Sarthak? Bobby? Filthy? Freya?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru, this is Shilpi.
Jayaguru Shilpi. God have you. Tracy?
Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Jimmy?
Jayaguru. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru. Simran?
Teacher Ma.
Jayaguru. Shrita?
Teacher Ma.
Jayaguru. Suhani? Yuta?
Jayaguru Ma.
Jayaguru. Now that I'm done with the attendance, is there anyone that I missed? If not, Tracy, can you please explain the meaning of the song that you just sang?
Jayaguru. The song is saying how Thakur is our guru, who loves us, who guides us, who teaches us. And he shows us the path towards liberation of salvation. We love him wholeheartedly. He gives us all that we need. His loving voice, his blessing heart, his kind, full of love for us, helps us to know him, to realize him, to understand him, and to get closer to him. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru, thanks for explaining the meaning to this wonderful song. It's a really beautiful song. Today we'll be talking about a few things. First of all, today's a special occasion. Today is April 14, 2024, and today is known as Purnamati, which is a festival celebrating the Odia New Year. An interesting thing is that 100 years ago, on this auspicious date, in 1924, Sri Thakur entered Nyatra Kutira in Puri, and this is where he spent around the last 12 years until 1935. When he first arrived in Puri, Thakur stayed at an inn called Mughal Dharmshala, and today there was a celebration at the same exact in Puri, organized by Saraswata Sangha to commemorate this occasion. I thought this was interesting, so I wanted to share with you all. And for today, we will be reading two stories from the Ramayana, and because around this time of the year are two festivals. One is called Ram Navami, and the other is called Hanuman Jayanti. Both of these are celebrating the birthdays of Lord Ram and Hanuman. And Ram is the seventh avatar of Lord Vishnu, and Hanuman is his devotee. And so both of the stories, they're central figures in the Ramayana, and we'll be reading two small stories from that today. The first story, both stories are shared in the email, so you all can follow along. Today, Naitik will be reading the story. The first one is called Building a Special Bridge. So Naitik, whenever you're ready, you can get started.
Jayaguru. In an epic endeavor to rescue his beloved wife Sita, who had been abducted by the demon king Ravan, Sri Ram set about constructing a land bridge to Sri Lanka. To complete this colossal feat, numerous monkeys from his loyal army rallied together, taking on the monumental task of building a bridge. They gathered large stones, etching the name Sri Ram on each one, and kicked the stones into the water. Instead of sinking, the large stones floated, forming a pathway across the ocean. Observing this, a curious and astonished Sri Ram decided to test the phenomenon himself. He inscribed his name on a stone and gently placed it in the water, only to watch it sink to the bottom. His surprise turned to mild embarrassment as a monkey who had been watching burst into laughter. With a teasing smile, the monkey told Sri Ram, "A stone thrown by Sri Ram's hands will surely sink, not float." During the construction of the bridge, a small squirrel also tried to contribute. It gathered little pebbles and put them in the water. Some monkeys laughed at the little squirrel, mocking it and saying, "How can a squirrel possibly be helpful here?" Undeterred, the squirrel proudly responded, "I contribute for my own joy. Being a part of Sri Ram's grand project fills me with immense pride." Sri Ram, who had been observing this exchange, addressed the monkeys. "Never mock the meek. The size of the creature does not determine its value. What matters is the work done with love. This little one is contributing according to its capacity and with love in its heart. Can't you see how these tiny pebbles fill the small gaps between the huge stones you've brought?" He then lifted the little squirrel, thanked it for its diligent work, and blessed it by stroking its back. The squirrel's contribution is still valued today, serving as a timeless reminder that even the smallest efforts can make a significant impact when they're made with heart and devotion. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru, thank you for reading this story tonight. This is a really interesting two incidents that occurred in Rama when Ram and his allies were building a bridge to go to Lanka. Does anyone have any questions about this story?
Jayaguru, this is Pratyush. I didn't have a question about understanding, but like the concept that's trying to teach. In one part, it says the monkeys told Sri Ram that a stone thrown by Sri Ram's hands will surely sink and not float. Could you explain that?
Yeah, that's a great question. That is a really good question. I wanted to check if anyone in the call has an idea what this could mean. Let's see. Aryan, do you have an idea what this could mean in the story?
Jagger, actually, I also wasn't sure on the meaning of this line. Maybe one guess is that like Sri Ram is so mighty that like a stone that he would place in the water wouldn't have a chance of like floating, but that's a guess.
Jayaguru, yeah, I think you're in the right question. The way I interpreted this is that if God or someone powerful decides to relinquish someone or something, then nothing can stop it. Like, so if Ram wanted to let go of the rock, then like nothing is going to save it. So basically, I think it's showing that like whoever God wants to protect can definitely save, but if it's going to be let go, then it'll just go away. Nothing can save it. And I think we've all seen in a lot of emails and articles in Saraswata Sangha that we end with a sign-off saying Sushikatva Charanchita or SSTC, and it emphasizes that we are surrendering to Him so that way that He will always keep us protected and safe, and we'll always be with Chakra and God and never far away from Him like the stone. Does that make sense, Pratyush?
Jayaguru, thank you. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, that was a great question. Let's see. Let's discuss this story a little bit more. Aishi, why do you think that the stones with Sri Ram's name floated on the water? The ones that were put by the monkeys.
Jayaguru, can you repeat the question?
Sure. So my question is, why do you think the stones that the monkeys were putting in the water, the ones that had Sri Ram's name on it, why those were floating?
Jayaguru, because the monkeys put Sri Ram's name on it with devotion, and so they floated because they did it from their heart, and to show their devotion to Sri Ram. So that's why they floated. Jayaguru?
Jayaguru, that's right. I think this part of the story is really about the power of faith and devotion and how that can lead to like this type of miraculous outcome. So when the monkeys were writing Sri Ram's name on the rocks, they were really believing in its power, the power of his name, and they had a lot of devotion and faith, and so that really helped them out. And it really shows that faith is a really powerful force that can help bring about this type of changes. And symbolically in this story, they were putting these stones in the ocean so that they could basically cross the ocean in an easier way. And instead of thinking the stones.
Sorry, I just wanted to confirm what you just explained earlier. Just a confirmation that your explanation was right, but I just read that paragraph once again. That they were writing the name of Lord Sri Ram on the stones and they were floating. But when Lord Sri Ram himself was surprised and he just nicely kept a stone on the water, the stone sank, and the monkey was laughing. So the explanation is right that anything God throws away, anything that God doesn't take to himself, nobody can. That's the moral of the thing. That if God is throwing away something, there is nobody in the world that can save that thing. That is what happening to the stone, because God was throwing the stone could not float. Yeah, but so your explanation was correct. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru, thank you. That's great. Like whatever God throws away, that no one can protect that. So it really shows that how powerful he is and how powerful that can be. And with the stones that were floating, that they were floating through this ocean, I think one interpretation I thought was interesting here is that when they were keeping Sri Ram's name with them, they were staying afloat and they weren't sinking. And in our Stota Bandhana, we have a prayer that says Bhava Sagara Sarana Karanahe. And this line is saying that our Guru or Chakra is the only means of crossing this ocean of samsara or worldly existence. And we've in our Young Asking session, we read a lot of stories in which devotees they've been in different situations or hard situations in their life and dangerous situations, and they have survived this or made it through by chanting Jayaguru Nama. And so, like one of them we've read in the past was two devotees, Sitaram and Madan. They were in the jungle with their friends, and they came across a tiger, and they chanted Jayaguru Nama loudly, and the tiger went away, and they were able to get back safely. So there's for us, Jayaguru Nama is really important, and it's something that I think I've heard a lot of you talk about how you say Jayaguru when you're in different situations and remember Chakra. And so moving to the next part of the story about the squirrel, my next question is for Sanji. Even though the squirrel was smaller and weaker than the monkeys, why was his contribution helpful?
Jayaguru, the squirrel's contribution was helpful because the squirrel put the pebbles in between the rocks, which made sure there was no gap in between them. Jayaguru?
Jayaguru, that's right. I think this really goes to show that every effort, no matter how small, can be really important. And even when there's a really large goal, just because someone can't do a lot of work doesn't mean that a little work doesn't go a long way and contribute to the success. And we probably worked on teams like in school or outside of school for different activities. And really when it goes meeting a goal or achieving success, having everyone's contribution really does matter. And we can value everyone's strengths and participation based on their abilities. And one thing, connecting it back to Sri Chakra has asked all of us to put and together and work collectively together to reach our common spiritual goals as part of the Sangha, and also do his seva both in our Sangha pujas and in Samlani and our special pujas, and also serve humanity. So when we work together, there's certain power in that this is happening also in the stories when all the monkeys and also small animals like the squirrels are also pitching in. And so, but the monkey scanner immediately realized that the squirrel's contributions. Instead, Sri Ram had to point this out and uplift the squirrel. So, Aditi, why did Sri Ram why did he praise the squirrel's efforts?
Jayaguru, he praised the squirrel's effort because the squirrel, although he couldn't do much because of his size, he was still trying, and he wanted to contribute this because it was for a good cause. Jayaguru,
that's right. I think the squirrel is trying its best, so it's important to respect that and recognize that. And so I think you're spot on. And it shows that in his leadership style, for Ram's leadership style, that he is showing that recognition and respect to everyone who's helping him. No matter whatever task you're doing, big or small, everything is worthy of recognition, especially when it's all working towards a common goal. And it also shows that we shouldn't put anyone down when you think that they're not doing something as great, but even they are. So that's a good answer. Let's end our discussion for this story with a fun question. This is for Jagrat. So the story is about building a bridge. What's your favorite bridge? Or do you have one? Or if anyone else wants to share what their favorite, if they have a favorite bridge, they have one. Right. I think I've seen a lot of favorite bridges. I think the one that stands out to me is the Golden Gate Bridge. Bridges are really important for connecting two things together and also moving from one place to another. So that's something about that. So now we can move on to our next story, which is about Hanuman, who is a great devotee of Lord Rama. And Naitik will also be reading this story. When you're ready, you can get started.
Jayaguru. During the epic battle between Sri Ram and the demon king Ravan, a critical moment arose when Lakshman, Ram's devoted younger brother, was struck down by a powerful weapon wielded by one of Ravan's sons. Lakshman fell unconscious and seemed that nothing could revive him. As the army descended into despair, the royal physician, Sushena, examined Lakshman and made a dire proclamation. Only the mystical Sanjivani herb, thriving on the remote Dronagiri mountains in the Himalayas, very far away from the battlefield in Lanka, could revive him. The herb needed to be retrieved before dawn, or they would lose Lakshman forever. Hanuman, a mighty monkey warrior and an ardent devotee of Sri Ram, volunteered for this seemingly impossible task. With blessings from Sri Ram and his heart filled with devotion, Hanuman expanded his form to an immense size, for he possessed the divine power to grow or shrink at will. Taking a mighty leap, he soared across the sky, crossing vast landscapes and seas, reaching the snow-covered Himalayas. Upon arriving at the Ranagiri mountain, Hanuman searched frantically for the Sanjeevani herb. However, despite his best efforts, he was unable to identify it among the many herbs glowing with celestial light. Time was running out, and Hanuman was determined not to return empty-handed. In a display of astounding ingenuity and strength, Hanuman decided to take the entire mountain back with him. Uprooting the Ranagiri mountain, he lifted it with one hand and flew back towards the battlefield. Hanuman arrived just in time, and the physician quickly identified the Sanjeevani herb from the mountain Hanuman had brought. Once administered to Lakshman, the potent Sanjeevani herb took effect, reviving him and healing his wounds and injuries completely. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru, thank you, Naiti, for reading the second story. There's a lot going on in the story. It's highlighting the actions of Hanuman, whose unwavering dedication to perform the miraculous task of getting the Sanjeevani herb. I heard some extra noises. Can everyone make the phone getting called on? Okay. First of all, does anyone have any questions about this story? If not, we can move on to our discussion for this. My first question is for Arnav. Why did Hanuman volunteer to get the Sanjeevani herb or job?
Jayaguru, can you repeat the question?
Sure. My question is, why did Hanuman volunteer to get the Sanjeevani herb even though it seemed really hard?
Jayaguru, he volunteered because he was really devoted to Ram, and he wanted to help Lakshman out, so he decided to volunteer to help. Jayaguru?
Jayaguru, yeah, I think yes, that's exactly correct. He had a deep love and devotion to Ram and Lakshman, and he wanted to do anything he could to help them out. And going deeper into this, the story talks about why this was a challenging task for him. Like there was a lot of difficult aspects to getting the. Anshi, why was this a challenging task?
Jayaguru, can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So my question is, why was getting the Sanjeevani herb really challenging for Hanuman?
Jayaguru, even though Hanuman really wanted to save Lakshman by finding the Sanjeevani herb, he didn't really have like the expertise to find it, and so he was really forced to bring the whole mountain so that the royal physician could get the herb himself. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru, yeah, that part is right. He had never seen this before, so he had no way of identifying it. There's some other reasons why it was challenging to get the herb in time. Puja, why else was this a challenging task?
Jayaguru, it was a challenging task for him because he didn't know which herb was right, so he just got the whole method, and he had to get it before like dawn. So he tried his best to go as fast as he could.
Yeah, that's right. You mentioned the time constraint that you had to get it before dawn. And geographically, in this story, he was flying around from the southern part of India to all the way to the north. And I was checking this yesterday. This is on the map right now. It's roughly over 1,500 miles. To go there and come back in time, that's like a really tough task. So that's why everyone was really worried. Like, could this even be done? Is it even possible? And so, like Anshin just said, Hanuman couldn't actually figure out what the herb was in the mountain. So, Simran, what did he do instead?
Hanuman, he didn't know where,
was the right one. So he got the whole mountain, which was hard for him.
That's right. So in the story that I inserted in the email, in the last page, picture of him, of Hanuman carrying the mountain back. And this is also showing a lot of strength because he basically operated the whole mountain and brought it back with him. And that's how they were able to save from his injuries. And so in this story, Hanuman is displaying a lot of qualities and characteristics. Yukta, what are some of the qualities Hanuman is showing in the story?
Jayaguru, some of the characteristics that what Hanuman illustrates in the story includes devotion and faith. Jayaguru.
Yeah, that's right. He had a lot of faith and devotion, and and blessing. So that's really something that helped him in completing this task. Let's also hear from Anik. What are some qualities that Hanuman had in the story? It's not Anik. Let's hear from Shriti. What were some qualities that Hanuman is showing in the story?
In the story, Hanuman displays his true devotion and loyalty to Sri Ram, and the willingness he has to put himself out there to help and assist Sri Ram in any way that he can. Jayaguru.
That's right. I like how you said the willingness to assist. Like I think that's kind of brave to do something even though he doesn't know like the exact specifics of how to do it. So that's something that stood out to me. Let's also hear from Adhyasa. What are some other, apart from loyalty and devotion and bravery, what are some other qualities that Hanuman shows in the story? Okay, let's hear from Gemma. What are some other qualities that Hanuman is showing in the story, apart from loyalty and devotion and bravery?
Some of the qualities that Hanuman is showing in the story is just like I think it was mainly like how he just helping others and like showing that he's like determination mainly and having the strength and thinking that like I can like never giving up, perseverance mainly as well. Jayaguru,
yeah, I think those are spot on. Like that's really right. That's really true that he didn't give up even though he wasn't able to figure out what the medicine looked like. He thought to problem solve and bring it back, and also he was willing to help out, which is also great. So that's a nice answer. And for these reasons, he is even though he worships Rama, a lot of devotees worship him because he is showing a lot of the characteristics of a good devotee. And there's a lot of things that we can learn from this story. Saraswata, what can we learn from Hanuman's actions when we are faced with something challenging? It's not Saraswata. Let's hear from Kanji.
Jayaguru, if we're devoted and we show true love into what we do, then we can achieve anything. Jayaguru?
That's a wonderful answer. I think, like if we are devoted and if we keep our minds true to what we want to do, keep our minds focused and persevere, then that can, and also have blessings from Thakur, that can enable us to do, overcome lots of obstacles. So with that, I think we're at time, so I'll conclude the Young Asking session here today. I hope you all enjoyed this and found something interesting to take with you for this week. And next up is Bhavimaya Vaikyan.
Jayaguru. Today is the Odia New Year, and I'm blessed to help Ali Sabat today. With Sri Sri Thakur's blessings, I was fortunate to attend the Bhakta Samani this year in India at Pune. I was very happy to see so many Bhaktas all together at once. And something that was very memorable that I really like to see was the Jayaguru Nalamandapa. And this is where there was a Jayaguru Kirtan chanting 24 hours of the day, all continuously, at all times of the day. And through Sri Sri Thakur's teachings and these stories, we learned so much about the power of Nama. And I try to just say Jayaguru throughout the day, during both good and bad times. I pray to Sri Sri Thakur to bless me and guide me through my faith in my life, and I want to stay connected to them.
Jayaguru, Pranar Thakur, Bhakta Bhai Ma Pilamane. आज मोर पाड़ी सभा अच्छी आम काली आसी पहुँचलु काली नॉर्थ कैरोलिना पाठचक्र था पाठचक्र जॉइन कली आगु आउ थे थे तीथर जॉइन कर नॉर्थ कैरोलिना पाठचक्र भल लगे यही पाड़ीटा मोर किसी वर्ष भितर यहाँ गोटे यूनिक माने सब दुई जन पाड़ी सभा थाए आज प्रथम थर मत प्रथम थर जब दुई थर आरंभ है मत बहुत वर्ष पर एकुटिया पाड़ी सभा मिली से भल लगुच आउ गोटे जिन यूनिक कि सबू थरक मुझे आसे प्राय एकुटिया आसे समस्त को लेकिन आसबार सुजोग मिले पिलांकर स्कूल थाए गोटे दुई दिन आसला बेलू पिला टायर्ड हो जाती तेणु इथर स्प्रिंग ब्रेक कला तेणु समस्त को लेकिन आसती तेणु से गोटे बहुत भल लगुच माने ठाकुर पाखे कौन भाव विनिमय करी माने एटलिस्ट वी आर गेटिंग टू एज आई कैन से फॉर माई सेल्फ जो थे कि निज परुषत्व बदल आम कौन करदे से भूल धारणाटा कटिगला माने जहाँ मझे होता कि एवरी टाइम थिंग्स गो योर वे यू थिंक दैट यू आर डूइंग एंड व्हेन थिंग्स डोंट गो योर वे you try to find the fault in someone else. आस्ते आस्ते ठाकुर कृपारू आमको से ये आसीगला कि नहीं तुम कि करून कि तुम द्वारा किसी होनी सब कम मु करुँची तेणु ठाकुर पाखे केवल मुझे प्रार्थना करी कि यही विश्वासटा कि आम प्रति जो विश्वास कि सी आमर भल मंद सब बुझुंट आम केवल पाखे विश्वास रखिपर कि तांकरी कृपा आम पर सेम थाउ आम सब कम कर ये आउ गोटे कथा कहबी बो मोर गोटे छोट स्कूल रे चाकरी करती मो सान भणी मैंने से पढ़ुले से स्कूल रे तेणु तो बो भी समझ पचार ये छोट स्कूल पिला मैंने ये पढ़ी कौन मनीष हे टाउन को पठे दौन बो कहे अरे मुझे मो पिला मो स्कूल पढ़े न पारि अन्य पिला पढ़े सीटा आई विल नॉट डू द जस्टिस तेणु मुझे सब भावे कि आम पिला जो टे भी स्ट्रगल कर भावुँ पिला स्कूलटा को बदल देवा कले भल हो ठाकुर प्रति टे विश्वास ये हो कि तुम्हें सब भावुच कि तुम्हें कर एटलिस्ट से विश्वास से आसनी कौटा भल कौटा मंद ठाकुर केते छाड़ा केबे छाड़ा कौटी आम यहाँ करवा तेणु ये देखुचे आम जदि ये ठाकुर आखपाखे कौटे आसपार रहीपर भल हम तेणु सीटा भी माने सब ठाकुर पूरा पूर्ण विश्वास जेपर्यंत न आसपर्यंत द्वंद्व मन तेणु ठाकुर केवल एति प्रार्थना किए से आमको कृपा करंतु जमती आम पिला मनीष करूँ आम संघर भविष्य जमी आम पिला मध्य देखिपारू ମୁଁ ସେତିକି କହିବି। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ। ଆଜି ଆମର ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ ଅଧିବେଶନ ଏଠି ଶେଷ ହେବାକୁ ଯାଉଛି। ଏହାପରେ ମୁଁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ମଧ୍ୟାହ୍ନ ଭୋଗ ପାଇଁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛି ଏବଂ ମଧ୍ୟାହ୍ନ ଭୋଗ ପରେ ସମସ୍ତ ଭାଇ ମାମାନଙ୍କୁ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ମଧ୍ୟାହ୍ନ ପ୍ରସାଦ ପାଇବା ପାଇଁ ମଧ୍ୟ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛି। ଏହାପରେ ଆମର ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ପୂଜା 6:30 ସମୟକୁ ମୁଁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛି। ଆଉ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ପୂଜା ବିଜୟ ଭାଇଙ୍କୁ ନିତ୍ୟ ପୂଜା କରିବା ପାଇଁ ମଧ୍ୟ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛି। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ।
Jayaguru, I invite Sri Sri Thakur, all wives, Mars, and young aspirants to join the next Sangha Puja, which will be held on Sunday, April 21st, 2024. Please join, make it a success, and allow us to serve. Jayaguru.
Jayaguru, ईश्वर भाई।
जयगुरु भाई। भाई ମୁଁ ସଙ୍ଗୀତା ମା କହୁଛି।
हाँ आपने तो बात
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ମହାରାଜ। ଆସନ୍ତା ରବିବାର 21 ଏପ୍ରିଲ 2024ରେ ସାନ୍ଭି ସଫାଇ ଆଉ ମୋର ସଂଘ ପୂଜା ପାଳି ଅଛି। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ ଜଣାଉଛି ଏବଂ ସମସ୍ତ ଭାଇ ମା ଓ ପିଲାମାନେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ ଜଣାଉଛି ପୂଜାରେ ଯୋଗ ଦେଇ ଆମକୁ ସେବାରେ ସୁଯୋଗ ଦେବେ। ଜୟଗୁରୁ।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ଆଜି ପୂଜାରେ ଯାହା କିଛି ଭୁଲ ତ୍ରୁଟି ହୋଇଯାଇଛି ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ସମସ୍ତ ଭାଇ ମା ଓ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କ ନିକଟରେ କ୍ଷମା ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରୁଛି ଏବଂ ପୂଜାରେ ସେବାରେ ଥିବା ଅନ୍ୟ ସମସ୍ତ ଭାଇ ମା ମାନଙ୍କ ମଧ୍ୟରେ ଯାହା କିଛି ଭୁଲ ତ୍ରୁଟି ଅଜାଣତରେ ଜାଣତରେ ହୋଇଯାଇଛି ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମଧ୍ୟ ମୁଁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ନିକଟରେ କ୍ଷମା ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରୁଛି। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ।
ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ। ପ୍ରଭାକର ଭାଇ ମତେ କହିଲେ ମାଙ୍କର ଦେହ ଟିକେ ଭଲ ନାହିଁ, ବିଦାୟ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା ଗାଇବା ପାଇଁ। ନଟ୍ ସିଓର ବୃନ୍ଦାବନ ଭାଇ knows about that. জয় গুরু। দাসের প্রার্থনা পূর্ণ কর দয়াময়, দাসের প্রার্থনা পূর্ণ কর দয়াময়, তব পদে মতিরতি সদা যেন রয়, তব পদে মতিরতি সদা যেন রয়, তব পদ হতে যেন দূরে নাই যায়, তব পদ হতে যেন দূরে নাই যায়, যখন যে ভাবে থাকি তব গুণগান, যখন যে ভাবে থাকি তব গুণগান, নিবারিতে নারী কভু কুমতি প্রবল, নিবা করিতে নারী কভু কুমতি প্রবল কৃপানাথ কৃপা করে নাহি দেবল কৃপানাথ কৃপা করে নাহি দেবল পর নিন্দা পর চর্চা হতে রাখো দূরে পর নিন্দা পর চর্চা হতে রাখো দূরে তব গুণ গাথা যেন প্রাণে সদা স্ফুরে দেব তব গুণ গাথা যেন সদা স্ফুরে অহংকার অভিমান কিছুতে ন যায় অহংকার বিমান কিছুতে ন যায় করুণার দাস করে রাখো রাঙা পায় করুণার দাস করে রাখো রাঙা পায় বিষয়ে সহজে হয় আসক্তি যে মন বিষয়ে সহজে হয় আসক্তি যে মন তেমতি তোমাতে যেন লিপ্ত থাকে মন প্রভু তেমতি তোমাতে যেন লিপ্ত থাকে মন লোকমান্য নাই চাই কর দিনহীন 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 দীননাথ এসো হৃদে ফুরাইল দিন ফুরাইল দিন অসংখ্য আমার ত্রুটি করি সংশোধন 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 কৃতার্থ করয়ে দাসে এই অকিঞ্চন কৃতার্থ করয়ে দাসে এই অকিঞ্চন জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় 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 জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয়
Jayaguru, 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 Shri ठाकुर भगवान भगवान श्री भगवान जय, Jayaguru, Jayaguru.